Whole pack touchdown, don't complain, I deliver. 18-wheeler deliver the love. Trying to keep the wheel in the road. Dealt with the H, I left it alone. Fast lane, I'm on my own. Fast pace, you know that I'm cash gang, you know that I'm strong.
Yeah, you know what it is, man. Fam, OTG for all mine. It's out the gate on the go. Listen up though. I hope everybody out there still staying safe. Watching these guys, I ain't gonna call them man. Just watching everybody on the road. But yeah, man, I want to drop this video, man. Like talk on the trucking schools in the St. Louis areas. I'm in St. Louis, but just how to get into trucking if you want to, you know what I mean, go through school. So first of all, in St. Louis area, if you're trying to get in school, so they got Roadmasters, 160, and then they got 160 Driving Academy, and then they got MTC. The school I went to, man, they did their thing. I ain't gonna lie, like it was a couple of miscues, but I ain't had no problems, no major problems anyway. I got in, got out, but because of recent information, I won't tell you what school that is, man. Y'all just have to figure that on y'all own. Not figure what school I went to, but figure out what school best fit you, because they all got their BS, and I don't want to put what other people going through on you, you know, whatever. So yeah, so that's a route. So most of them schools gonna range you, I mean, for its range about for its price range, man, about $4 to $7 grand. So if you paying out of pocket, I believe it's cheaper. If you're not paying out of pocket, you can get a loan. If you can't get a loan, I mean, you can ask somebody to borrow the money or whatnot for investment. If not, then most of the time you sign on with a company, like I did. You sign on with a company, they sponsor you through the school. But most of the time, obviously, if they give you some money, it's coming with some strings attached, with some contracts. So most places gonna want you to do 12 to 18 months with them after you graduate, after you successfully complete, you know, the trucking school. If you don't want to go through the trucking school route and you just kind of want to jump out there, I recommend companies like LTI, Yellow, companies that will allow you to kind of be like a dock worker, or to just hire you on to go through training. I think Rail is another one. It's a lot of companies that you can go through their training if you don't want to go through like a school, so you don't have to pay out of pocket. But yeah, so that's that. As far as school goes, man, I think the biggest thing I would tell everybody, go study your general knowledge, your air brakes, and your combination vehicle, right? That's the CDL manual, right? So whatever state you in, go grab your manual, go study up on general knowledge, go study up on air brakes, and go study up on the combination vehicle. Those three right there is what you need to get your permit. You have to get your permit before you jump in the truck with a qualified driver or whatever. Before you hop in behind the wheel, you got to get your permit. And me personally, I recommend going to get you a DOT physical. It ain't nothing like mine. I think it was about $70. You might have to go through it again with the school, but get your DOT physical. That way you can go get your permit, and yeah, you're ahead of the game once you do that, because you got 6 months. So after you get your permit, go and jump into school or find somebody that'll hire you, and you know, take off. So it's like I say, as far as school though, you know, well, that's the first part. Get that out the way. That way you're ahead of the ball. So when you get to school, most of the time when you get to school, you sit through a week and a half class to get your permit. But if you come with your permit, you already then skip the guys that started that week or whatever. You going straight to the yard for the most part. You going straight to the yard. Then you get to the yard, I think the first week, you're gonna pretty much hit hard with the pre-trip. You know, they're gonna go from one end of the tractor to the back end of the trailer. And you're gonna go over everything from if the tractor's leaning one side, if you know your lights, your mirrors, your wires, your belts, your hoses, your clamps, your bolts. Man, you name it, any holes, any well, they just gonna go over everything. And I'm not gonna really go into detail because I'll be forever trying to go into detail. But yeah, so do that, get ahead of the game. YouTube pre-trip, so you can be ahead of the game with that too. The goal is to get in and get out, right? Because you're not there to waste time. In trucking, the more time you waste, the more money you lose. So the more time you spend in trucking school, you're not making no money actually being on the truck. And it makes, I mean, I don't think I have to, you know what I'm saying? I don't think I gotta go into detail. But YouTube pre-trip inspection, a qualified pre-trip inspection, not nobody just running through, because you want to know verbatim from, like I say, from the front of the tractor to the back end of the trailer. You want to know verbatim the verbiage, every word they say in order, how to go from left to right, up and down. Like, you got to know everything. And when you say a part, you got to know it's certain wordage that you have to say after you say, hey, I see my hose is just not cracked, leaking, bulging. It's different words. Like I've been doing it for a minute, so I just look at it like, okay, yeah, I got it. But it's certain verbiage that you have to say. So definitely YouTube, man, keep up on that. They're gonna give you paperwork. You're gonna read over it, study it. I'm here to tell you, no school is actually teaching you how to really drive and live out here on the road or whatever, right? They teach you how to pass the test. So that's all you need to get to. That's step A is the DOT. Step B is the permit. Step C is to get through the trucking school. Just get through trucking school. Let's just get through trucking school, and then once you get to your employer or whatever, however you do it, you go from there, man. You really learn the other things. But right now, we just trying to get the CDL. We trying to get you a real CDL so you can get out here, roll, learn the road, learn the rules, learn how to maneuver on the road, man, and earn some money, right? Because everybody doing it for the money, for the most part, you know what I'm saying? And then second, I guess, to be travel or whatever. So yeah, so get through trucking school, man. But so you go through the pre-trip first week. Second week, you start things like your maneuvers, right? So you probably heard people say either 90-degree or alley dock. It's the same thing, man. It's pretty much turning your tractor one way and making your trailer go the opposite way. So your tractor like this and your trailer is like this. So you creating an L. I do a lot of that. I do a whole lot of that. Even when I'm at truck stops, you know what I mean? So don't think I don't need to learn this, because I'm gonna do, you know, this type of maneuver. So you got alley dock /90, whichever one you want to call it. You got the offset and you got straight back. Offset is pretty much, you got a parking space. Say you straight, your tractor and trailer is straight, and your parking spot is over here. You want to swing the truck into the spot, right? So they'll go over all that, but just keep that in mind. So these are things that you should look up. That way you can already kind of get a sense of, oh, okay, I see how they doing it. Obviously you don't know how to do it, but you getting them into a mindset on, okay, this is what they doing. So first week, pre-trip. Middle of second week, still kind of pre-trip, you know what I mean, for those that still need to hit home with it. Second into third week, you're doing maneuvers, man. Hit heavy on your maneuvers. It's because the test, when you take the real test with the DMV instructors, I mean the commercial instructors, or the testers, I should say, they play no games, and it go from pre-trip to maneuvers, and then when we talk about third and fourth week, you going into driving, hitting the road. Now some people are there for 4, 5, 6 weeks, depending on your school, depending on how they allow those type of things to go on. But yeah, so you hit the road, they teach you how to turn, when to turn, how to check your mirrors, when to check your mirrors, how often you should check your mirrors, paying attention to pretty much paying attention ahead of you, to the side of you, trying to look behind, not literally turning your head, but you want to keep your eyes in your mirror. You know, kind of scan all the time. If you read the book, you should be checking your mirrors between 5 to 7 seconds, right? Every 5 to 7 seconds. But on the road, you hit the highway, You hit the road, just regular side streets and things like that. Watch out for the vehicles. Learn. It's gonna be quick, right? Because you only got 2 weeks to kind of, you know what I mean, get the grasp. But like I say, they there to teach you to pass the test, not to really get you straight acclimated where you can become this 30-year veteran. It's not gonna happen. But so you want to do that. Get familiar with it, man. Pay attention to ahead of you, the lights coming up on what they call stale green lights, where it's been green. You coming up on a green light, I know I did it, right? You coming up on a green light, it's been green for a while. If it's been green since you started at the top of the hill, and it's about a mile, by the time you get midway, you should start probably kind of easing your brakes, because 9 times out of 10, that light gonna turn yellow and red, right? I tripped, I dropped the ball, I came down the hill, light turned yellow. Phew. Literally, the time I hit the line, the tractor, my trailer hit the line, the light was red. I seen it, but I'm going 40 miles an hour down the hill. It ain't no stopping this, right? So I'm playing it like realistic. So I goes through it. Yeah, that was all bad. Nobody drove out, you know what I mean? Because hit the horn, whatever. But test purposes, no go. That'll fail you, right? Crossing the yellow line, that'll fail you. Just a lot of the small things, but I want you to look up alley docking 90 degree, offset, straight back. Also, I'm sorry, parallel. They'll show you how to parallel, right? So straight back is simple, right? So let me really take that maneuver out, right? Straight back is simple. Straight back is you gonna straight drive up, you're gonna back straight up. So the 3 maneuvers that's tested, the 3 maneuvers, like the, you know what I mean, is the 90/alley, the offset, and the parallel, right? Look those 3 up. Then, like I say, 3rd, 4th week, 5th week, however you know, if you're grasping in the knot, you get into the drive, you get into the road test, right? So 3-part test, pre-trip, listen, I cannot stress enough. Don't get caught up in trying to cut corners or trying to learn. Oh man, my biggest thing is the engine compartment. Because you can get up there test day with 5 other classmates. 4 classmates get just engine compartment, where you just literally lift the hood and just boom, 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 boom. You just go through the engine. You'll be that one lucky guy that gets the entire truck, from tractor, the front of the tractor, to the back of the trailer. And you don't want to be sitting there looking crazy like, man, but at least I know where my governor was. It does not matter when they talking about you in between the tractor and trailer, and we on the 5th wheel, and you know the different, like, what's under the hood don't matter no more. So yeah, you wanna learn the entire thing front and back, man. You might not even get, you might luck up and get something easy, but you still want to be prepared. It's better to be prepared, you know what I mean, than, you know, fall short and then you trying to, like, oh, I was hoping to get this, because it's cover all your bases, right? CYA. Y'all don't know, look it up. Yeah, so I think that's the biggest thing, man. And when you get in trucking school, you got to keep that mentality. I'm here for a reason. I'm here to get in the truck, learn what I need to learn. If you don't know, ask questions. If they not helping you, go above their head. You are there to learn what you can learn, to get the best out of the time you're there, to pass the test, to get you moving so you can get that CDL. Probably gonna take another DOT physical and get on the road with whatever employer, your own truck, however you got it planned out, man. But or woman, because it's a lot of women, and this trucking industry is definitely diverse. I keep looking this way because it's traffic, man. These people is, yeah. So, but yeah, man, that's pretty much it on the trucking school. like I say, you can pay our credit cards. If you got it, pay it out of pocket. Cash is cheaper. Cash is king, as they say. In that instance, anyway. Borrow the money, take a loan out, or sign a contract with an employer, or get a job with an employer that does like dock, like you'll be a dock worker, and while you working the dock, in between they training you to drive the trucks, stuff like that. Or they just come in with a training program. So you got different options on the getting into the trucking, man. But it's definitely worth it. I definitely recommend you to step out there, get out there, man. Look, do your research. Do your research, do your research, do your research. Don't wait for nobody to tell you nothing. Everything I say, research it. Don't just take, you know what I mean? Don't take what I'm saying and run with it like, oh man, this guy on YouTube, like, I'm telling the truth though, right? But still though, you know what I mean? Like, this is you. At the end of the day, you need to get it for you. So do your research, double check everything. Don't let nothing go over your head. Anything you need a question on, ask the question. And man, I'm trying to think if I missed anything. I don't think I missed anything. I think you do those things, man, and you should be good. You on your way to trucking. You on your way to making some money, making some decent money, making a difference, changing your life. You know, change your life. Everybody got to crawl before they can walk, and everybody got to walk before they can run, right? So we're gonna end it on that note, and I hope y'all enjoy the information, man. I hope y'all take it serious for those just trying to get into trucking. Definitely do your research, like I said. I hope y'all look everything up that I'm saying. And, you know, if you got questions, reach out to me. You know, shoot me a message. I'm gonna leave my social media down below in the comments. The details, I mean. Yeah, man. Yeah, we're gonna go from there. Y'all be easy. Have a blessed day. I'm out.